What's up, UT? Jason here. Today I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to clean out your clogged drains in your bathrooms. If you got ladies in the house or you shave with a thick beard a lot, you're going to get a lot of hair in your P-trap. The one under the sink is accessible. The one underneath the bath or shower isn't always accessible. Of course, that is the right way to do it. Take them off, clean them, but not everybody has access to them or feels like getting into all that. So a quick and easy way to mitigate those clogged P-traps is this Zep product right here. It's their drain crystals. I used to work in property management and this was our go-to whenever we had clogged bathroom sinks. The product is super easy to use. You really don't even need tools. You just have to remove the plunger or the plug for your particular sink. Mine just pull off. With the shower, I'll have to use a screwdriver to get that little screen off. Once you get that off, remove whatever kind of hair you can get a hold of with your fingers, and then we're ready to apply the product. One thing you want to keep in mind with this is you want to either wear some PPE or quickly leave the room as soon as you apply the product. This thing does put off some pretty crazy fumes. The way it works is it's got some little metal shavings and some sort of acid and sodium hyperchloride concoction that is pretty stable on its own, but once it makes contact with water, it starts to heat up, and that's what actually melts all the hair and grease away from the pipe. So if you got a bathroom window, open it. If you got a fan, kick that bad boy on. And then also we're gonna use a bowl or a lid or whatever you have just to try and contain as much of those fumes as possible. The container, say 1 heaping tablespoon of the drain crystals. I don't measure that. I just kind of shake it in there, and don't tell anybody, but I put a little bit more than a tablespoon in there. But this is the kind of thing you come back after a few minutes, flush it with some water, evaluate kind of how it's going. If you need to do a second application, do a second application, third application, fourth application, whatever gets the drain flowing again. So on top of that heaping tablespoon or whatever you feel like putting in there, you're gonna put 1 cup of cold water to activate the chemical. This does, in my experience, work a little bit better on a super clogged drain just because the crystals are gonna sit on top of whatever that blockage is, and then the water on top is gonna force it to kind of flow on down through. That being said, it also works a lot better on a dry drain. So if your sink is completely full, you might wanna suck it out with a vacuum and get at least 1 inch down into the neck of that drain hole for your crystals to go into. This drain I let just slowly drain until it was bone dry over a few hours, and we're ready to get this project rolling. Drain crystals are activated. We'll check back in 5 minutes, flush some water through it, and see how she drains. So it looks like the first application was a success. The drain is flowing as it is designed to. One thing that I do kind of just to finish the project off is when I reinstall the little plunger, I'll plug the drain, fill the sink up all the way with hot water, and then let it drain 1 more time. My logic behind this is given that extra head pressure of the sink being full will kind of force any of the extra loose debris through that P-trap and then down the line in the system. I got a screwdriver now. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing to my shower drain. We have the old school sort of up and down plunger stopper on ours. So just the screwdriver takes a little safety grate off the bottom there. You might have a plunger more like the one that's in this sink, in which case it'll probably just pop off, or you can just turn it counterclockwise and get it off. While that last drain cooks out, just a little side note on taking care of your stuff. If you do have a fancier type faucets or fixtures that are maybe chromed or some sort of brass or really anything you care about, you want to make sure you don't get this product on there because it'll actually cook the finish off because it does get very hot. You can see on my shower the little ring is kind of discolored from me doing this so many times, but we be renters and we got like almost $250,000 sunk in rent on a polished up turd here in San Francisco. So YOLO! Just as easy as that. Drains are all clear. Check it off the honey-do list. If you don't got a honey, don't worry, you can do this yourself. It's the cheapest plumber call you can make at around $8 for this container. And this has enough crystals to perform this act multiple times. I probably unclog them about 10, 12 times with one jar. I have links in the description below. The best place for you to find this is gonna be Home Depot or Lowe's. Amazon does sell a version of this, but it's lye-based. It doesn't have the crazy ass chemicals that this stuff does. That makes it so effective. If you like watching little tips and tutorials like this on getting stuff done around the house, please consider subscribing. Thanks a lot, and I'll see y'all next time.